So we're still on our book cover design with Canva. This is the part 3. We're gonna work more closely on our image in terms of how we can blend her in the background and the rest of the other elements. So earlier we have learned on how to remove her background. We have chosen the template, we have chosen the background, and now we are now working on the main image. So I have shared with you where I normally get my images. There's Pixel, there's also a free pick, but for her, I found her here. So if you are also using Canva Pro, it's easy to just remove her from the background without going away from Canva. All you have to do is pay for that tool, which is the background remover. Click background remover and her background will be removed just like this. Now, one of the things that I want you to explore in are the other tools available in Canva. So for example, under effect, there are this duotone which you can use for her, assuming that you wanted to create a different tone or to blend her in your background. So this tool is available here. Another is color mix. So these are some of the color mix available. She can be like, for example, this marmalade. Let's see. It gives her that effect, right? Or you want her to have that glow because you can see there are those highlights that you can see. You just click glow and there you go. That's how she looks like. Let's so I want you to try that. I want you to explore all these tools. For example, in filter, you can also use some of this filter. For example, you want her to be in grayscale or black and white. Just click grayscale, street, for example, to have that effect, right? She also look nice. See? Or if you don't want to have any filter on her, just click none. Okay? There you go. Now we want her to be somewhere at the back of these things. So all you have to do is go to position and click backwards. And there you go. She's now behind the font. Okay. Let's make this font smaller for now. Let's just make this one smaller for now. Say like that. And let's move this text somewhere there, for example. So there she is, your main background. Assuming that you want another image there, all you have to do is put in another image. For example, this guy here. We want him to be there with her, right? Like that. So I put him there, right? I can position him at the back of the girl. Just click backward. And there you go. Now you want him to blend in. You want him to blend in your background and with her. So you have to explore all these tools in order to make him blend within your background, okay? So there are those tools, okay? And of course, there's this intensity where you can also play with afterglow, for example. It would look like that. For me, I like because he's going to be part of the background. I don't want him to overshadow my main character, which is the girl. So I put him there like that. And there's also other tools available. For example, in adjust, you can make him a little blurry. For example, just a little, one or two, okay, or none at all. You can put some brightness in, do work on the contrast, saturation. The tint is also the color. Vignette is the surrounding background that he has. So here, since we don't want them to have any background, the vignette is in 0, but you can explore that. See, it goes dark. So if, for example, let's just see what happens. See, you can see the box binding this image. So just click him and go back to adjust and make that background invisible. Okay, so now with her, we want to somehow get her blend in with him and with the image there. So we need to, let's say we need to put some shadow. How are we going to give her shadow? So what we can do is to click on her and copy her. You can either click and click Control C to copy her. I just copied her in another, and then put another one before her, like that. Okay, so let's work first on her as a shadow, or as her shadow. So here what I can do is work on her as a shadow. For example, we choose this mono filter, and then let's click that transparency. So there you go. So you see, let's put there somewhere at 75% transparent, and then let's make it a little blur. See, okay, this gives you that, contrast. So that works for both shadow and reflection if you wanted to create a reflection of her, right? Once you're satisfied, all you have to do is let go of it, and then put her original image back by clicking Control V, and there you go. Just move her somewhere near there. There. Now they are all in front of the other text, right? So all you have to do is click position. I cannot click position right now, but what I can do is right click on her and send backwards. You can click Control to choose the other background behind. There you go. There's 2 of them now, right? You can group them by clicking Control. So there you go. You chose both of them by clicking Shift Control, and then right click on it and click Group. You have now grouped your 2 images, and you want to send them a little backward to bring out these 2 texts in front, right? So we have now our image, both him and her. We can move them a little bit in the middle if we wanted them to take the middle part, just like that. Okay, so this is the part 3 on working on your main image. If you have question, just comment on the just comment below, and we will go through your comments later on. All right, thank you very much. Okay, we're on part 4 of our book cover design with Canva. And we have a comment. We have a comment there on how to find images on Pixel. So let's go to your pixel.com. Here is Pixel. You wanted to look for image. All you have to do, let's remove that. Let's go from the beginning of pixel.com. So this is the main page of pixel.com. And if you wanted to look for photos, photo background, for free photo background of your image, all you have to do is search for your image at the um, search bar. Assuming that you're looking for something, um, let's say, when you look for an image for your book cover, you need to think how you want that book cover to look like, or what kind of image that you wanted to have your book cover. What are the emotions that you wanted to convey? What you want it to look like. This is how you normally choose your book cover. So assuming that there will be one image that has it all, that would be great. But sometimes there are some images that lack some of that aspect that you're looking to make your story, or to bring your story to life. So as you can see here in my searches, I have tried several um, keywords in order to find that book cover that I want. For example, I've searched for a dragon. I've searched for a pearl. There's medieval there because I wanted to look into that medieval era. You know, there's the word bride there because there's always images of women who look good when they are on their bridal image, or uh, their emotion that they normally show there. It's either happy or it's either mysterious. Their eyes give you that look where it makes you think more. So it depends on the type of keyword that you're looking for. And this all depends on the type of story that you're working on. For example, I have a story which is in a mafia kind of plot. So if I'm going to look for a story in that perspective, then I would have to write in or search in mafia, or let's say it's a kick-ass female. So that's the kind of keyword that I'm going to type in there. So for example, for this one, let's see when I click medieval whether I found any of that images. So these are the type of images that Pixel has for medieval. So there's this castle, knights, there you go. When you work on this, when you work with Pixel, it also shows you other types of keywords. For example, there's the castle, knight, dark, forest, sword, ancient, fantasy. So you can click in there, fantasy, if you're looking at it in a fantasy. So here you can choose. All you have to do is choose your image there, because sometimes it's already there. Okay. Looking for an image takes so much of time. For me, normally it takes me sometimes it takes me 3 days to just find the right image for my book. And if I cannot find them, I normally remake them or redo them. So I combine different elements together just to be able to get that final look that I want for my book cover. Okay. With Canva, you can also do that inside photos. All you have to do is search in keyword, for example, fantasy. Um, let's say you're looking for a fairy. All you have to do is type in fantasy, and then click that plus sign, and then put in fairy, for example, and then click search, and there you go. You will find some of the images that was that has these keywords fantasy and fairy at the same time. Okay, that's how you go deep into searches. You either use all different types of keyword in one. For Canva, you need to use this plus sign. Let's see if we don't use the plus sign, what will happen. So just only fantasy fairy, whether we will see the same thing. It's the same thing here. Okay, right. There are those isolated image. You can also put there isolated if you want an isolated image, meaning there's no other background. But it doesn't work. Let's see if I click isolated. So for example, she's an isolated, there's no other obstruction in her background. This is an isolated image. This is an isolated image. This is an isolated image. So sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't work. Okay. But yeah, all you have to do is explore those websites. So for example, with Canva, they have a lot of images where you can work on. With Pixel, the same thing. So you want to have, let's say, fantasy fairy. There you go. Or you wanted to type magic. There you go. If you want to make it more interesting, you can type in something else. For example, you're working into queen or kings, prince, and princesses. You can look for crown, for example. There you go. Those are the different crowns. Or let's say you wanted to be more a little serious. Let's say chess queen. Let's see if they have. There you go. Let's see in Canva if they have those. For example, crown. There you go. They have more better option, I would say, compared to Pixel. So that's how you search for images, okay, in different sources. Again, it's how you visualize your cover and the elements that you wanted to be there. So now, working back on our current book cover, so I already have uh, my main character here, my background. All I have to do now is to find the correct font. So I will go on text. There's a lot of different font that you can use. Again, the elements on your cover needs to somehow blend with each other. It depends on what kind of emotion you wanted to convey to your audience, what kind of look and feel you want there. Do you want it to be serious? Do you want it to be magical? Do you want it to be more interesting? So those things need to come together when you uh, look for elements in your design. So, for example, this font here somehow fits your cover already because you want that um, fun, exciting emotion when your reader see your book. Okay. Let's type in that title, book title. I haven't really think of a book title for this one. Let's say, so we're looking into two character here. Let's say my kick ass Luna, for example. So when we type there, when we type the font, when we type the title of the book, it feels like it doesn't fit them anymore, right? So let's find something more interesting or something that fit their character. Sorry. So these are your font, the different fonts that you have. All you have to do is click that one. But the one that we were looking earlier are some of the matching font or matching um, font for you. So normally you have your title and your secondary font. So you have your main font and your secondary font. So for example, we wanted to change this font that we have here. All you have to do is click that and find the suitable font that you have here. Of course, if you're using Canva Pro, this font will be available for you. Let's try that. So for example, this is your title. We need to put that up front, forward, or we need this to send back. No. Normally what I wanted to do is that I want my font, my title to be big, so because sometimes you cannot see it. So this one gives you the uppercase. This is the spacing between letters, the height, like that. If we want to create that height, if we change that to the same font, I didn't like it. Something smaller. Sorry for that. My team is still working on a weekend. I want that smaller. And I want this to be bigger. Okay, something like that, for example. And there you can put some effect. You want to have the shadow in case you want to put it somewhere. For example, if you want to put it up there, you can put that shadow in. Other effects like this lift, you can make the intensity or make it more in. Same with the background. You can change the direction of the shadow or the transparency of the shadow behind it. The direction. You can see, if you notice there, you can see it becomes thick. Like that. If you want that direction going down there, you can change it to going up there. You see? It goes up there now. You can put a blurry background there. How to change the font color is here. There you go. That's for the shadow. You want to make it black, like that. For the font color, this is your font color. It's white right now. This one has echoed background. There you go. You can bring them a little down there. I have these other elements here. Again, for elements, you can just change on or look for elements. So for example, here in elements, there's a lot of different elements that you can play with. I want you to try those elements available there. Again, there are free and there are some that you need to pay for. Some of the elements, especially on those magical books, is let's say fire. But majority of these are like stickers available here at the elements. Here. Okay. But if you're looking for something realistic, just go to photos and click fire. There you go. There's fire there. All you have to do is apply it. Again, remove the background and apply it there. Alright. So for example, I have on my uploads, I have smoke. I have some smoke background here. And I just go to effects to have that. For example, I want like that fire effect. That's how you do it. All you have to do is find that element. Again, this is where you can rotate your element, your image. Okay. If you want to tilt it or something, you can put it there. So that's how you put additional elements. If you want that flare background or sparkle, all you have to do is find that sparkle in either photos or element and place it on your image. Okay, and then of course you type here your pen name. So there you go. You have your book cover. Once you're finished with your book cover, all you have to do is click File and of course save that book cover. Okay, and then download so that it will be downloaded, and just go to where you want to upload it. Click here and then upload your finished book cover. Let's see how that would go. So for example, I would download this. I only need page 1, right? I hope that's fast. And then I just go to Dreame. Let me upload that thing and see how it fit there. Takes a while. Did I choose that? And there you go. You have your book cover.
Yeah, there's a lot of video tutorials for Canva available in Canva. So all you have to do is find those video tutorials. They have it there. They have a lot of different templates. So this is the video tutorial for Canva. So there's the getting started with Canva, designing, social media marketing, graphic design basic. So the graphic design basic is interesting because it will tell you all these elements, how to work on your elements, the colors, the background, how to blend in, this kind of thing. So these are all available in Canva. All we need to do is have some time to explore it. All right, so that's it for now. Thank you very much for this session. I hope to hear your comments and see you next time. Thank you very much.